Hello and welcome to this introductory presentation about MO1015 Psychosocial Wellbeing. This module builds rural generalist knowledge and skills in supporting the psychosocial wellbeing of clients who are living in rural and/or remote communities. You'll explore psychosocial wellbeing in the broader context of interrelated wellbeing domains, extending knowledge of wellbeing measures, techniques and strategies, including mental health first aid. Participants will explore service improvement options through the lens of their local community. The intended learning outcomes for this module are that you'll be able to formulate and communicate techniques and strategies designed to optimise psychosocial support in the rural and/or remote setting, drawing upon a developing knowledge of psychosocial wellbeing in accordance with best practice guidelines and local service strategic intent. Design and develop service improvement options to support clients' psychosocial wellbeing in rural and remote communities. This module goes for 6 weeks with 22 hours expected workload. You can see the weekly topics here. In week 1, Introduction to Wellbeing, you'll register for the online mental health first aid training before exploring the meaning of wellbeing. You'll take a closer look at a selection of wellbeing frameworks and models before considering wellbeing in rural and remote communities through the lens of your own community. In week 2, Wellbeing Strategies, you'll review the requirements of Assessment Item 1 in the module outline to gain an understanding of the client type that will form the basis of the assessment item before choosing an appropriate client and obtaining their informed consent to partake in the activity. You'll learn about the link between mental health and wellbeing and take a closer look at worker wellbeing. You'll explore common wellbeing measures before extending your knowledge of wellbeing techniques and strategies, including the multi-directional nature of many strategies. Finally, you'll submit the first 2 weeks of your module workbook to receive feedback on your learning so far. In week 3, Mental Health First Aid, you'll commence the e-learning component of the e-learning standard Mental Health First Aid for Tertiary Students course you registered for in week 1. In week 4, Mental Health First Aid continued. This week, you'll complete the e-learning component of the e-learning standard Mental Health First Aid for Tertiary Student course before considering service provision for supporting clients' wellbeing. In week 5, Lived Experience of Wellbeing, this week you'll prepare for your interview by refreshing your knowledge of good interview practices and creating an interview guide. You'll discuss this guide with your supervisor before conducting an interview with your client. In week 6, Lived Experience of Wellbeing continued. This week you'll analyse your client's interview by determining the strengths and limitations they encountered during their experience. You'll then synthesise your learning through devising strategies to improve service and specific actions you can take to implement these. Finally, you'll submit Assessment Item 1. A single assessment task is due at the end of week 6. The task is an oral interview and written case study analysis in which you'll conduct an interview with a consumer who has experienced a detrimental impact to their psychosocial wellbeing through either a current health condition, other than a diagnosis of a mental health condition or cancer, or other life circumstance, and prepare a case study analysis based on this interview. You will also have the opportunity to submit a formative piece of work at the end of week 2. This is your module workbook, which is not marked, but it will give you some feedback on how you are going. We've built in some opportunities for you to interact with the content, the module coordinator and other participants who are taking the module at the same time. There are learning activities which include contributing to online discussions. This provides a chance and an expectation for you to swap professional insights with others who may be from the same or other health professions. This mutual exchange of knowledge is the basis of successful, collaborative team practice, so we hope you'll join in. You'll find the module outline in the Start Here folder. It contains your module coordinator's contact information, all the details of the assessment task and marking criteria, information about applying for extensions, any module prerequisites, and the module calendar. Please don't hesitate to get in touch for any questions or concerns, and enjoy the module.